Throwback Thursday and Flashback Fridays are common memes on personal social media outlets. Those terms exist because people like to connect to the past. That could also explain the popularity of so many retro and NES era inspired games released today. Curses and Chaos, released this week, is exactly that, a NES retro brawler with a few twists mixed in. Tribute Games, makers of the acclaimed Mercenary Kings platformer, returns with an intriguing new title 1 year later. You can play as either Leo or Leia, two heroes who have been cursed by an evil wizard king, and as a result, the Grim Reaper himself is always on your heels. The only way to buy yourself more time as a living sprite is to battle off waves of monsters within the allotted time. Failure to do so will bring out the Reaper, and he'll begin to chase you until you eliminate every last monster or he eliminates you. True to any NES or Sega classic, Curses and Chaos features catchy 8-bit tunes you'll probably find yourself humming to while heading off to wherever you're going. Gameplay is a little rigid. Its basic combat is a plain punch or jump kick to eliminate foes. It can be a challenge to quickly switch between the enemies in front or behind you with quick succession. In a brawler of this type, I would have preferred quicker movements. To change up the monotony of basic attacks, random items will drop that have different devastating effects on enemies, or healing bonuses for the player. There is a drawback in that you can only carry one item at a time, or pass it off to your special owl. While your movement fluidity can be constricting in single player, co-op play is much more balanced. Double the health, double the on-screen kicks and punches, co-op is where the extreme single player difficulty curve goes down and its enjoyment goes up. There is one way to beat the curse, and that is to find all the components to the Elixir of Life. To do this, the items you return with from the levels can be added together to form something else. This is a neat idea to try and come up with new weapons and ingredients. While I enjoy this feature, it has a very significant drawback. Mixing two items can produce useless junk. Considering how limited you are already at carrying items, this can lead to a frustrating back and forth between going through waves of enemies and heading back just to mix junk. Most, if not all game issues I found were eliminated by playing this game with a friend. It would have been far nicer to have balanced things out for single player. Despite the single player frustrations, lack of mid-wave saves, and the Russian roulette style item mixing, Curses and Chaos is in fact a fun game, with a friend. It excels at being a couch co-op retro game, and because of this, it is a 7 out of 10 game.